instrument specialist at the Air Quality Management District. I graduated from UCLA, defended my PhD about a little over a year ago, and I live in Los Angeles, California. So it's funny, I was pretty sure I didn't want to go into academia, and I was sure that data science seemed really interesting. So I found the DevMasters, and I went to a seminar led by Zia with the people there, and that was really cool. And then I later on met and talked to Rashad, and I was just thinking, like, Rashad, I'm really interested in this field, but I don't know how to break into it. Like, there are these technical requirements, and he told me about this program, and it sounded like really cool. So I came here, and then that's that. The hands-on experience was great. Like, you're not part of like for example, 10,000 people on the internet taking a MOOC. You get like the classes are kept really small for a purpose, and also there's a lot of emphasis on doing, because like there are a lot of like data science classes that are like traditional education, but I think one of the best parts about this is that once you're done with like the class component, you're actually doing projects, which reminded me a lot of actually being a grad student, doing something practical, actually getting hands-on experience. And when you're done, you have a portfolio to show, which is really useful. When you're doing a lot of projects, like they sort of ramp up. They start very simple, but they ramp it up. And after, like, the later ones are all like doing more interesting projects and so. But I think the coolest part was probably in their second or third project, when we first really applied ourselves to machine learning and feature engineering, and those words didn't make sense. They might later, but first when we first really applied ourselves to a project-based learning, it was a lot of fun. And because when you compete in Kaggle competitions, you have instant feedback for what you're doing, how it's improving your prediction, and then watch your name drop up the leaderboard, and then there's a special sort of reward when you like really crack a certain level. So the really flexible thing that really struck me was how it could actually be applied to people from a lot of different backgrounds. I probably have a bit more of a technical background than the average person, but in my class were people who like just had their bachelor's or had master's degrees, and were coming from all walks of life, some very technical, some not at all. And because it's so small, they can actually tailor the program to a lot of situations. And because it's a group learning effort, and there are like a lot of backgrounds, collaboration actually works really well. Like, for example, there's a housing price problem. I have never owned a house in my life, but my friend and classmate who has owned many houses and a real estate agent helped out a ton with like designing features and bringing her insights into the problem, which you wouldn't think it would actually help with like other machine learning problems and doing that sort of thing. So it's useful if you're interested in data science and machine learning and not really sure how to get a start, and you really need some kind of technical expertise. Like, a lot of people from like science backgrounds, something like that, we've been in school for probably way too long, but needs some refresher for like what's interesting standards like Python and all that. And there's all the Jupyter notebooks and that sort of thing, and they'll get you up to speed really quickly and give you practical experience. But I think the program seems to be really able to adapt to other demands depending on